chicka boom booms. I know I ended up getting this in Ice Cream. I think it was an Ice Cream Beauty. I think it was Ice Cream Beauty. Didn't try her. I ended up getting the Trend Beauty in the beauty box. I think it was also Ice Cream Beauty. Didn't really play around with the highlighter. I got the Raw Shopee Cosmetics Duochrome eyeshadow palette. Didn't get to try it. I mean, girl. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of insight on, you know, how hectic things have been, because I've told you guys things are hectic, but I never really actually explained what I mean by that. Do you hear my voice? So I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup beginning to end. I'm not gonna zoom you guys in or anything like that. We're just gonna keep her easy peasy lemon squeezy, super simple. I'm trying to find a little moñito so that I can pull my hair up because there we go. It helps me keep my hair out of my face. I tried to curl it and do a little something, but my hair's due to be cleaned big time. I'm gonna start off with the JLo Beauty That Glow Serum. Tuki. I'm gonna do 2. I've tried this as my skin prep. I like it. It's really nice, but I think I prefer it for skincare, like before going to bed. I don't know that I love it like with makeup on top as much as I do without any makeup. I'm gonna use my makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in 3R44. Girl, let me tell you, the months of November and December tend to be, I guess, most busy months of the year for some. I don't want to speak for other influencers. I'm gonna say for some influencers, and that includes me. Like, I'm in that bubble of these some influencers. A lot of brands want you to try to feature their product for Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals, Cyber Week deals, pre-Black Friday. Guys, there were pre-Black Friday deals late October. And then, of course, I always say yes to brands that I like work with all the time, because if I work with a brand, it's because I absolutely love them. There were brands that I don't even know how they ended up getting my address. I'm assuming that they're like under an umbrella and they're like sister from another mister kind of thing, because I was getting product from like other brands and even advent calendars. And I was like, how did you get my address? I'm going to conceal with the Perfect Cover Concealer by Ofra Cosmetics. These literally just launched this week earlier. I have a fully dedicated video on all 14 of these. There's 14 shades. I swatched them and I created a full-on look with these. Go check it out. I give you like first impressions in that video. Please go show it some love. I don't know, I guess because of the holidays, a lot of people haven't seen it. I'm gonna use medium golden for the under eye center of my face, like the T-zone area, and then to like bronze and sculpt, I'm gonna do deep cocoa. I learned my lesson because it was like really brightening. I love this concealer, so freaking brightening, but you don't have to do all of this like you with another concealer, because this will do the most for you, okay? Okay, so yeah, so what happens? I end up getting all this product from brands, and of course, like if a brand is gonna send me something and I try it or I check it, like if it's an unboxing, I don't mind it, like I will show it for sure. But if it's a product I've never tried before, I'll try it. If I love it, then I share it, guys. I still have product that I have to play around with, but first impression wise, I was so excited about it. I'm gonna start with a sponge, blending this out. I was talking to Rhonda and Anne and like expressing like, is it just me? Because I was crawling over boxes in the studio and I still have to sort things out from the holidays. It was so much. I mean, I'm blessed, don't get me wrong. I'm so blessed to get, you know, the product that I get, even the unexpected ones. So I was super swamped. Then on top of that, you guys know I had to do the gift wrapping and stuff. I was pretty, you know, I'm pretty lucky that Juan does all of the shopping basically. Like, he obviously shows me and reviews things with me and asks for my feedback, but he's the gift giver in this family, okay? He's amazing at gift giving. I give my 2 cents if it's necessary. I did all the gift wrapping, then the cleaning, then the organizing, then I had to make desserts for the holidays, and then we were hosting New Year's. I know the holidays are, you know, some of the happiest times of the year, and they were. But let's not forget that Ty was not in school. Ty was home. I love having my baby at home. But at the same time, oh my God, I didn't realize as she's getting older, her personality is changing. And I had her full time for 2 weeks. And she was nitpicking everything. I feel like she's just growing up way too fast. See how my brain is going all over the place? Look at the coverage. You guys, she was nipping. We went to restaurants, obviously my dad's here, so we were like going out, taking him out and stuff. She didn't want to order off of the kids menu. She was so upset. She looked at the kids menu and then just kind of like shoved it. And we're like, are you good? Like, what's up? And she's like, there's nothing in there that I want. And it was with that attitude. And I'm like, okay, calm down, take it down a notch. It's fine. You're big enough to eat something other than stuff from a kids menu, you know? Like, you have other options. Like, it's okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then obviously I told you guys my dad was here. We had, you know, to make sure we spent time with him. That's the whole point of him visiting, so we could spend time together. He hadn't been here since May, and that was like Cam's birthday. So he had a good time though. It was his first Christmas with me ever. Let's skip on the blush and stuff for now. I'm gonna prep my lids really quickly. When it came to Christmas, it was really just my mom like making sure it was full focus. I feel like most of you guys understand where I'm coming from. It's like she did the shopping, she did the wrapping, she did the whole, hey, Santa came, let's go and, you know, do the most and let's open presents. She did the breakfast. My mom did it all, okay? So this, now that he's older, he's in his 60s, he's like, you know what, I'd love to spend the Christmas with you if you're cool with that. I'm like, okay, that sounds great, let's go. So, you know, we tried to do the most, and it was like, I'm past my mid-30s, and my dad opened presents with me and my kids. It was different. It was different for sure, but it was nice. I got requests for this one. People were like, I didn't see a video where you were featuring that palette. What happened? Did you forget? Did you hate it and you haven't shared it yet? I totally just haven't gotten around to it, but we're here. Okay, we're here. So I'm gonna use maybe 1 to 2 shades out of here, and then of course I'm gonna use the duochrome palette. I'm gonna use this it's like a peachy brown out of this palette. And then my voice, you guys, I mean, I don't know how it is in anybody else's household. I've literally just kind of like done Christmases with my family and then my extended family once I got married. My voice always goes. A few people's voice usually goes, and that's because we make sure that our music is super loud. But the thing about it is, we don't have like the perfect balance when it comes to music and conversation. Like, we want to make sure we have a full-on conversation, and I want you to chime in, give me your feedback. Like, we want to have a real conversation, but I also want to hear music at the same time, and it needs to be so high that we can't hear each other. So we can't even meet each other halfway and say, bring the music down a smidge, because you know we're having a conversation. No. For us, when it comes to party time, since the music is so loud and we do not want to compromise, we yell at each other while we're having a conversation, and we yell at the top of our lungs so that we can hear ourselves. That's just what it is. And then we're also like already warmed up, like our vocal cords are completely warmed up for yelling at the kids. And some people might say you shouldn't really yell at the kids. Listen, you have to, okay? You kind of do in these situations. I'm gonna dip into this blue. I'm hoping it works, girl, because I have a vision now. Just by looking at the duochrome, I have a vision. So yeah, so in this situation, we would have to yell at the kids because they don't sit still. Why was Ty, she's the tallest one out of the kids, picking up the other kids and giving them piggyback rides? Her never have given a piggyback ride ever in her life before. Bent over with a child on her back, and he almost fell forward onto our tile floor. So of course, we have to scream and say, cut it out, you know? Like, someone's gonna get hurt. It was a full-on weekend of a good time and laughing. Plus, I took my dad to the airport. His flight got delayed like 4 times, okay? Poor man. Oh my God, I kind of went over. It's okay. Poor man ended up staying at the airport the entire freaking day, where he could have just stayed home and chillaxed for a little longer. That kind of sucked. We're gonna go a smidge smaller. I'm gonna go into that crease shade again. I'm gonna go along the edge of that blue, and I'm gonna blend back and forth. I'm not blowing it out. I'm literally doing a windshield wiper motion because I'm trying to diffuse the outer edge. And then what's funny is Juan looks at me and goes, why do you sound like that? Well, because I sound like that, because I sound like that. Like, we had a fantastic weekend. We were partying for sure, and we actually lit fireworks in front of the house, and I kind of ran from them because I'm afraid of fires and stuff like that. So I had to remind him, like, did you not realize the kind of weekend that we had? There's no way I'm gonna come out of that with my normal voice. We're gonna blend it back and forth, and we lost some of that blue, but that's okay because we can go back in with a little more. Same brush I used on the crease. Yeah, we've been kind of like all over the place, but I still managed to film and I still managed to put things up. Oh, someone had left a comment saying they hoped that I got everything that I wanted for Christmas. I think you guys are gonna say that I'm lame. It's okay. It's okay. When it comes to me and Christmas, I feel like I never really know what I want. I never truly been, at least in the past, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but I've never truly been into like really expensive brands. Like, I don't know, like I won't say, hey Juan, I want like a Gucci bag or a Gucci boat. I don't know. I've never been like that. I'm super like simple. So when it came to Christmas, I truly had no idea what I wanted. And one's like, okay, well, obviously you need to put something under the tree. So let's kind of have at it. Give me options of what you'd like. Everything that I gave him on my list was either for the studio, external microphones and stuff like that, or kitchen gadgets. Because you guys know how I am with my kitchen and the cooking, and I enjoy all of that. So I gave him a list of creator equipment and kitchen like equipment, and this man gave me a look like I'm crazy. I'm simple. I'm really simple. I'm gonna dip into this darker navy blue very lightly, and I'm gonna go around that edge a smidge. And like, I feel as though I am already so blessed. I'm very satisfied. I'm still, you know, seeking for growth and improvement as a person and my channel, but I genuinely, like, I'm not a materialistic person. So, and not to say that it's a bad thing if you want stuff like that. I've never been one to look at something like material and go, oh my god, I need to have that. And if I did, then of course I know that I can just mention it to Juan or buy it myself. Wow, I'm just so simple. And he got upset. He's like, stuff for the kitchen is not a gift for yourself. And I'm like, I know, but I can't think of anything else, so we need to put under the tree a gift or two, so let's just have at it. Came in handy though, because I ended up using those gifts for the New Year's party. So it all worked out. Is it just me? I know I'm not the only one, right? Because if I am, then maybe I am abnormal. Okay, so we're blending, we're diffusing. This does not need to be beautified or too perfect at this point. I like the blue, but I'm gonna tell you, even with my base, it's kind of like starting to look like it wants to crack in certain areas. Yeah, we'll keep going. I'm gonna go back into that cream shade. I'm gonna go back and forth on the outer edge for reals, and diffuse. That outer, that blue shade does not diffuse in a pretty way. It kind of looks muddy when you diffuse it, so that's something to note. Now I want to go into this palette over here. Now I have options. I can go with this shade down the middle, which I think will look really pretty, but I had my eye on this purple. And at this point, because that blue is not fading in a graceful way, we need to make her work. I'm gonna take the purple and dab that right down the middle, and then I'm gonna blend that out. I'm gonna apply a dark liner on the waterline. You can go in with a black or a brown. It's gonna work regardless of the shade you use. And then with a smudging brush, I'm gonna go into that blue again. I'm going to drag it as close to the lash line as possible. With a finger, I'm gonna blend that back and forth just to kind of diffuse the edge. You can use a brush for this, it's fine. But you guys know I tend to use my fingers sometimes for the under eye. They work just as well as a brush. I'm gonna pull out here. I had to take a quick break because little Petunia over here, Miss Can, woke up from her nap. That's a whole nother thing. We've officially taken her pacifier away. You guys know exactly what we're going through, right? Right? I'm using this by the brand Isamaya. This is the Rubber Lash Latex Lift Mascara. I'm not 100% sure whether or not this is any good. We're gonna pop on some falsies today anyway, but just know I am playing around with the product behind the scenes. And I did take a little break. She woke up whining, of course, because she wants her pacifier. We don't call it pacifier in the house. We call it this. That word has been banned in my house. I am so tired of her losing it and me having to look for it. Hi baby, what's up? And she chewed through some of them, but she's been so difficult with us weaning her off of it. It's been like an on and off experience. So when we rang in the new year, I was like, you know what? I'm done. We are going to brace ourselves. We're not gonna give in, because I know she cries and then she throws a tantrum and we're so tired, and I'm like, here, take it. But yeah, we were like, no, we're not gonna give in. We're not gonna give her way. It is in her best interest, you know, and her safety, because at this point she's like chewing on the pacifiers, making holes in them and stuff. So yeah, so we removed it, and she knows what it's called. She would like cry and say that she wanted it, and we're like, yeah, I don't know what you did with it. So I blamed her for it. I don't know what you did with it. Where did you put it? I'm gonna apply these Kiss volume sets. These are actually really nice, lightweight, super fluffy. You guys, like the first day she kept asking for it, and I'm like, I don't know where you put it. Like, where'd you put it? You were the one that had it. It was an issue. So what I did was I cut the whole tip off. Like, all she can do is kind of like chomp it with her front teeth, but she can't even suck on it anymore. So now she's upset, and now she hates it, but then she wants me to get her another one. I'm not buying any more of those. She took her naps in the car, so it was a non-issue. But when it was time for her to go to sleep, girl, it was a nightmare. It was like having I'm sweating, I don't know why. It was like having a newborn all over again. This girl freaking cried. Like cried. And so we ended up putting like raindrop sounds in the background, and we're like rocking her until she fell asleep. Otherwise, we wouldn't have slept ourselves. All right, I need to give the glue a second to get tacky, and then I can like fully tuck them in. So in the meantime, I am going to apply some blush. I'm gonna use the Cheek of It liquid blush by P. Louise in Oh So Spice. She has gone around the house checking under couches. She has taken her time to look for it, which I find really funny, and I find it super cute. But then I feel bad because I know she's not gonna find it. But she's done better today. So today she took a nap. I sat on the rocking chair like we always do. She already has that as a routine. So it's not like she's out of her comfort zone, because, you know, we still have her rocking chair and I still rock her to sleep for her naps throughout the day. I just noticed my nose is crooked. It goes like this and then turns in. Oh God, and I think I know exactly when that happened, but whatever. Anyway, so I digress. So far today, so good, which makes me really happy. It's been fairly easy, and she hasn't actually asked for it other than once. So I'm hoping this time it works out. We're definitely gonna be consistent though. This time around we will be consistent for sure. I am really hoping it all works out. With a little fine detail brush, I'm gonna dip into the purple duochrome. I'm gonna take a little bit of that purple and I'm gonna drag it on the center at the bottom. So far so good. I like the eyes. I will say this eyeshadow palette, although the eyeshadows that I used were very, very pigmented, when it comes to blending, they get muddy and not enough, like if they blend and not pretty. Like you really have to put a lot of elbow grease in order to make it blend and make it look good, which was kind of frustrating. It took me a minute to get a decent blend, and this isn't even like the effect and the outcome that I like, but it's either leave it alone or start all over again. To truly review the formula, I kind of have to leave it alone so that you guys would see how patchy it actually is. So you have to kind of work it through. I'm going to use my Nova Beauty pencil. This is for the brow. It is in the shade black. I'm going to fill in my brows. I've told you guys this pencil is amazing. And I typically don't advocate for black pencils on the brows, but this one's different. It's very cool toned, so it doesn't look like you applied Sharpie brows. I'm going to go in to the highlighter palette. I think I want to go with a light hue, so I think I'm going to use this one and then kind of mix back and forth like this. Gently kind of top that blush off. It was a cream blush, so once it sets, it doesn't move. And the P. Louise ones are beautiful because they're almost like waterproof, but they don't dry down to a full-on powder, so your skin will always look and feel hydrated without being super tacky and weird, which I love. I'm gonna do one of these a little bit. I'm gonna use a BK Beauty lip liner in Sweet Pea. I feel like we ourselves don't know how we do it. Like, I don't think we know for sure. We're making it up as we go. And then to finish it off, I'm gonna use Lucky by Bare Minerals. So yeah, it's become one of those things where we're so used to it at this point that it has become easy. Even though we're tired and sometimes we get overwhelmed with extra stuff, it's totally become much easier than it was at first. Alright you guys, and here is the completed look. I think the outcome was really, really nice. The blues are beautiful. The purple duochrome, beautiful. The concept is really nice. I would have liked for the formulas to have blended a little better. Although very, very pigmented, they're not as buttery when it comes to blending. So you are going to get patchiness going on. I had to build color and switch up a few different of the eyeshadows in order to make it somewhat work. The formula is not a full-on 100%, and that's okay. I can still work with her. She's very, very pretty. As long as I use it with other eyeshadows, I think it works. The Rasha P Cosmetics Duochrome palette, guys. This palette is definitely worth having. It totally made the look work. Adding that purple on the center did the most for the look. Kudos for this. It definitely is something worth having in your collection. And then the highlighter palette. The highlighter palette is really pretty. The highlighters are subtle. I'm afraid that when you build it, it may end up looking a little powdery, so just kind of like touch up as you go and see how it goes for you. But yeah, that is it. I know you guys have a few of these products, if not all of them. So let me know down below. Did you experience the same issue? Did the formulas not work for you? Have you been waiting for a review or like a try on of these products in order to kind of play around with yours? Give me your feedback down below. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts. As always, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Please hit the notification bell, selecting all notifications. That way YouTube lets you know every single time I upload a brand new video or provide an update over on my community page. And if you don't mind, please hit the like button. It tells YouTube you're enjoying the content, and in turn, they recommend my channel to more people, which is crucial for the growth of my channel. So I'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more unboxings and beauty product try-ons. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.